Trump thing, totally off the chain. Trump is the dirtiest bastard you ever want to know about. But they looking at this man like he's Jesus. And I'm going to tell you, if Trump keeps saying that he's Jesus, they'll end up believing it. Why do you think they keep pumping these lies over and 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 over again on tape? It's a purpose for that, because they put in your mind subconsciously, and before you know it, you start believing. They got more and more people believing this shit, and they put more theories out there. Then they start coming with all these other theories. They read the doctrines that we taught, and then they twist it up and send that shit out to you. That's why you got all these, I don't know, whatever they call that shit, and they talk about all this child control and all this type of stuff. They learned a lot of stuff from the teachers we were teaching years ago. They just flipping it out there. Clinton, all of them, I'm telling you, a lot of these people, they are of the Illuminati, and a lot of them are nothing but child pedophiles. Most of those politicians you seen on television are fucking children like they're children, like they're women, like they're grown boys and girls. You know, they don't want people to go into, they definitely don't want their children to know about what they've done to us. Even back then, when a slave master would rape one of the boys, you know what he did? What? He would make the boy wear his pants hanging halfway off his ass. That was a dress code to let another white man know that he's broken in. You can fuck him. That's why I see boys with their pants hanging halfway off their ass. They don't know what that dress code is. That was an old slave dress code where the white man would tell, letting up. That's how white men knew what boys was being fucked. They would make them wear their pants hanging halfway off their ass like you see niggas doing today.
What they call that shit? Buck breaking?
I don't know this buck breaking. There ain't no buck breaking. That shit is raping.
Well, back then, I understand that, but back then, no slave time, they called it buck breaking.
I don't know about it. They call it buck breaking. They probably did because they look at us like animals. They look at us
that's what I'm saying. They look at us like animals and shit. Like we the big buck. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the terminology.
You see how fucked up that is?
Yeah. Look it up, man.
To the day.
Yeah, look it up. They tell you about what buck breaking is back in the slave terms. What they used to do to the they would take the biggest nigga and they would bring the biggest nigga down. He was the baddest motherfucker in the town, and they would break his ass. They would have two horses.
But that's a different. I'm talking about the children.
Well, you talking about the kids
and the dress code.
They do the same shit to the children.
No, listen, I understand what you're saying because they were raping them right in front of their children and their wives.
Right.
But I'm talking about what they was doing with the boys, and it was a dress code that these niggas are doing now that they don't understand what that shit really means. That's what I'm talking about. It means that you were broken in.
Hell yeah.
That you could. That's what I'm saying. That's what they made them boys back then. And let me tell you another motherfucking thing. We weren't slaves. We were prisoners. So stop saying all that slavery bullshit. We was prisoners who was forced to work.
Gotcha.
They need to get that word slavery out of their mind because they start to make them think like slavery is our personality, our nature. No, fuck no. You was a fucking prisoner, but it's bred in our heads like that's our nature. Or we were slaves. No, motherfucker, you was a prisoner that was snatched, and the ones that were here, they ran over the top of and took the land from. You understand? That word slavery, that shit got to be stopped being said, and the word should start being used. Prisoners. Now they're talking about when they was doing snatching some of the brothers from over in Sierra Leone, West Africa and everything, they calling it not slave trafficking, they call it what? Involuntary something now. They try to even flip the word on that. When they was, snatching motherfuckers out of their land, they trying to flip it, call some involuntary taking some shit. They trying to make all that shit look conservative. The evil bastards, man. And I'm going to let y'all know something, man. Their time is running out. They don't have power like they're portraying to y'all. Their time is running out. This is why they're panicking. The moon cycle is out. The sun cycle is in. Our time is now. The 400-year bondage was up 2 years ago, a year ago. If you do the math. Their time is running out. They're panicking. Mother Nature is going to bust their ass too. She already doing it. They got planets. They done created atmosphere on certain planets. They got a goddamn what they call it, a space dome city on the back of the moon. Y'all can't see it. They put it at a certain spot in the back where you can't see the motherfucker, but it's there. They're going to certain planets, blowing up plutonium bombs, creating an atmosphere. They're trying to live on these. They're trying to escape the shit that's going to come here because this planet is being destroyed. Why do you think they're not trying to do anything about this greenhouse effect? That these puzzles are against it. They know the shit is destroying the Earth. The Earth has melted since 1970. I told y'all that shit in 1980.
Right.
That North Pole was melting. Why you get these tsunamis and these earthquakes and all that? The natural grid of the earth is out of whack. They're building everything fabricated. They're building houses in 2 days. They're trying to balance the earth out. That shit ain't gonna happen. See, Mother Nature's a living, breathing entity, and I'm gonna let y'all know another damn thing. Viruses are the earth's defense mechanism. When we do shit to the atmosphere, when they created that 5G that messed with the atmosphere and the zones, it attacked the earth. And you know what the earth did? It spit a virus on our ass. This is what the earth does. She's a living, breathing entity. That is her defense. She will hit us with viruses. Every time we keep doing shit, interrupting with nature, she will hit us with viruses. That's how she protects the earth herself. And she's a mother too.
So what about the coronavirus and these monkeypox?
You ever heard of drug warfare? The coronavirus, that's the earth. They did that shit messing with that 5G, and they mess with the natural things of the earth, and the earth fought back. It is attacking back with a virus. Now, other viruses and stuff like that coming out as well, you got what is called warfare. Shit they did too back when we was here, when they wiped Native Americans out. They hit us with smallpox, chickenpox, whatever kind of virus disease they wanted, and wiped out nations of people. It's the same shit going on now. This is germ warfare going on here too. All of a sudden now these motherfucking viruses popping up out of nowhere.
Right.
Come on. They are so bold in their lies, they're lying right in your fucking face. And motherfuckers are just believing this shit. They literally lying. We got their minds so goddamn controlled, we can say any damn thing to them now. The Democrats ain't doing shit but letting the Republicans do whatever the fuck they want. They act like they ain't got no power. I don't understand this shit. Do whatever they want. They got everybody thinking, you can go Biden, he ain't shit. He ain't doing nothing for us. He don't even care nothing about us. He put so many of us in prison back in the 80s with that court and trial shit, these drug shit that was a trap, so that they could build more prisons to make more money. And you know what? You know why? A lot of those private prisons were built so they can get contracts and have these prisoners do them and get all these contracts, building contracts and all that shit. To make more money, man. It wasn't about just putting niggas in jail. That's how they can get a whole lot of motherfuckers do a whole lot of free work for a pack of cigarettes, and they making billions and trillions of dollars. It's a business. Jails is a business. Every time a nigga gets signed up going into central booking, it's like 35,000, 30, I forgot how many thousand it is right off the bat. You know, all the business keep nothing about you at all, period. You don't even mean, you still to them. Look, the nature that they had back then when they had us as prisoners, you've seen it today. The same exact nature. You know how, that show you how mad they were when Obama was in office. The fact that you had a black man, even though he didn't really do shit either, nothing but another front man. You know, but still, what he tried to do, they blocked everything. Biden, he could have stopped that goddamn cinema and that other guy from kept blocking and blocking and blocking shit. They could have shut that shit down. They buddies, man. They didn't do that shit because Biden really didn't want to do shit anyway. All they want to do is get our vote. They do this shit every time. You get a white motherfucker coming in and promise these black people all this shit, and every fucking time they get in office, they do the same thing. Nothing. We keep falling for, we need to wake the fuck up. Don't vote, fuck it. Go to war, because they're going to kill your ass anyway. You know, niggas better, like, start putting weapons away. They better start stocking this shit up. Now, you know, a law was passed years ago that you're not allowed to store food in your house over 30 days ration of food. They're just not implementing.
Nope.
Just like martial law, it's been in effect. It's just not implemented. It's been passed it before you was born. That's why the president right now can shut the government down if he wanted, because it's already been passed. They're just not doing it yet, but they will. Because the part of the Illuminati's plan is to send hundreds of motorcycle motherfuckers through these cities, weapons up, shutting down power. All the poor people living in those projects, this is shutting that shit down in the wintertime, freezing. That's why they building that shit with cinder block and steel, because that shit hold nothing but cold. Whole lot of shit they doing, man. But I'm mad at you because you got me off guard. With that. I want to be selfish. I'm just running around through a lot of stuff. I hope they ain't got nobody listening to me, boy.
Oh, no, I ain't got nobody listening to you.
Okay, good.
It's just me and you.
Good, because we just kicking it.
Yeah, we just kicking it. It's just me and you.
Yeah. That's it. That's what's up, baby. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I'll support you 100. You know, I'll study and read up on something and tell you a topic I want to talk about.
All right, cool. That's cool. You know? But hey, let me ask you a question. Can I get the spelling of your name?
Which one?
The name that you go by.
It's called Nunya.
Wow. How do you spell that?
Nunya Business.
Oh, you said Nunya. Oh shit. Oh man. Wow. I thought you said it was a crazy day I never heard of. Just put down like Atum-Re. Atum.
You
said who?
Atum. 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 -Re. R-E.
I got you. All right, cool.
All right, Atum-Re. I'll just use that name for now. I don't want motherfuckers knowing Keith Hill.
All right, no problem. I will not put your government name out there. And just to let you know, we did had an interview on.
Who did?
You and I. We just chopped it up. You
recorded me, boy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, fuck you up.
I had to get you. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I had to get you, man. I love you to death.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, that wasn't really interesting to me.
That wasn't interesting? Are you serious? Oh, are you dog?
It wasn't.
I just learned a lot of shit in less than 40 minutes. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised of what you say out of your mouth. Is very intriguing. Yeah. And you said that you didn't talk about shit. I can sit back and send you the footage and all that. And you sit back and listen to yourself. For a person that don't know as much as you know, and listen, put yourself in another person's perspective and listen to yourself talk. Mm-hmm. It's very captivating. That's why I'm sitting back. I'm sitting back and I'm just quiet and just listening to you. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? Like, I'm serious. I'm like, God damn, he has stories to tell for days. You can write a fucking book. I'm surprised you ain't even write a fucking book.
You know how many people ask me that?
Like, did
you should write a book. Man, so many people say, write a book. I tried to, just never could.
Why not?
It was called Secrets. There's been too much, I don't know. It is so much detail would have to go into that shit, man. I have to do so much research and put references where people can go and see for themselves, you know. But I wanted to really be able to sit down and lock on two real serious subjects and really elaborate on them. You know, I was just throwing shit out there that's in the air, what's going on out there. I wasn't really elaborating, really going into detail on it. But that's good, though. That gives motherfuckers something to think about.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I did it for a reason. You know how hard it is getting in contact with you, on?
Yeah.
So I cherish every single moment I had with you. Like, you just throw out information, and you don't try to throw out information. You just talk. And the next thing you know, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, hold up. Information, I got him. See, I gotta do shit without even fucking telling you. Because if I tell you, you'll be like, you know what? Call me back. You like, call me back, and I got something for you. I promise you. So I'm like, no, fuck that. I gotta get your motherfucking ass. Like, fuck that. No, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. No, I'm gonna get you. And I got you.
You always was close to me, man. You always was a good listener.
Always, man. Like, you got stories for days, man. And I find it so captivating that motherfuckers don't know what the hell you talking about.
Yeah, that's because a lot of motherfuckers, you got people that do, a lot of them don't. See, people, this is the real deal, though. Mm-hmm. When it comes to lies, it's so easy to accept because motherfuckers don't want to put work in learning the truth. Mm-hmm. Learning the truth, man, you got to put work into there, man. There's a lot of shit you got to research and go through and live through, man, you know?
Right.
It's a different story, just like back when I was in the white, man, and walking through all them cities, man. People didn't know there was literally wars going on under their nose because we weren't allowed to go. When I was in New York, if I went to a certain part of New York where there was a certain different school of Islam being taught there, I couldn't go through that part of town teaching nothing. I would start a war, and stuff like that was happening. People don't know back then that FBI, CIA was snatching us and killing us. They were sending undercover motherfuckers into our communities as spies to infiltrate. When I was in D.C., I would be downtown selling my oils, and every damn day I had 2 or 3 white people taking pictures of me, acting like tourists. They were fucking undercover beds, man. I had doctors, lawyers come to me on 7th Street saying, man, I like to learn what you're talking about, but I can't be seen with you in public. And I said, I can't be with you in private. Because I don't know who the fuck you is, man. Right. You know, but they was taking us out, Kareem. They were killing us. That's why I had to come out of the white. Right. They used to lock me up all the time in Baltimore, man. I got locked up so many goddamn days just walking the street. And then when they lock me up, they ask me, when I get in Northwestern, they say, we just wanted to tell us who's selling the drug. What? That ain't my damn job. That's what I used to tell them. If Charles was here, starved father, one day I was arrested selling my body oils. No, I was in Palmer Apartments of Park Heights. I had a nice crowd out there. Top Bleak never started teaching. Somebody studied this from using white. And had a nice crowd out there. And they was asking questions, I was breaking down signs. Then all these damn cops come out of nowhere. And I was making those African posse badges, necklaces then.
Hell yeah, I remember that.
So they pulled me up and like, are you selling? I said, no, these are just religious ornaments. I said, even Jehovah's Witnesses don't have a license to sell those books for real, which they didn't. They had them barcodes on the books at the time. But they went to arrest me anyway, and I start resisting. Then everybody out there was getting violent. They was ready to just jump on the cops. So one of the policemen, a lady cop said, please, sir, let us lock you up. So I let them go ahead. They took me down to the Northwestern Station again and asking me who's selling the drugs in the neighborhood. Tell them, man, that ain't my job. My job is to help clean them up. That's y'all's damn job. And would make them mad. But they would do that to me all the damn time. But this certain time, Charles was locked up at Northwestern Station, right? And also a guy named Rodman. He's on a lot of time in prison now. He did that big shootout with the cops on Belvedere. They were so afraid of me. And if Charles was alive, he would tell you because it blew his mind. And robbed me in prison now. They wouldn't even fingerprint me. And not only that, they took me to my cell, and they was a lot of people locked up around there, and I just started kicking it. And I was like, if y'all think I'm lying now, they ain't even locked my cell. I came out and they was wild, and they was like tripping. So I'm telling you, they was... Truth can really intimidate a motherfucker, understand? Excuse my language. But they knew they was wrong, and I believe they felt the force of the Creator, because they was totally afraid of me. They wouldn't even fingerprint me. They wouldn't even lock my cell. Charles watched it because his cell was right across from mine in Rodman's. But it's just crazy, man. And that shit was it was a rough school, man. Then you had your own people don't even want to listen. You know, that's why they saying Jesus came to his own receive him not. They're looking for somebody to come white or wealthy and all that instead of someone who's just like them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But they're so busy to refer to these white people books instead of to their own. And it's so sad that a lot of stuff ain't never been taught about us in schools because they don't want you to know.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, you know the part that really messed me up? I'm sorry to cut you off, man. But the part that really upset me and what made me want to start doing like a lot of research on Baltimore, I didn't even know that this state of Maryland was a southern state.
Yeah, it was the last state to be free from slavery.
I didn't even know that, and that part really pissed me off because when I was going to Arlington and Pimlico, they didn't teach none of that.
They teach none of it.
You see what I'm saying? This is the
southern state. We on the border of the Macy-Dixon line. This here was the last damn state to be free from slavery. They did not want to let us go. You hear me? I'm out here living around the land with Harriet Tubman was running through. I'm not far from it. I'm out here with a lot of that shit was going on. A lot of that shit was going on right there at City Jail. They still got the pole there where they was hanging prisoners. Not slaves, prisoners. I ain't gonna use that word slave, you know. There's a lot of bullshit went on there. So much went on that they would not document, just kept hitting because they're evil beings, man. If y'all can't see who the devil is now, y'all are some blind motherfuckers, man. That's all I can say, and I'm going to use those words just like that because it's clear as day who's who. They infiltrated our music. Music ain't shit no more. It's digital. Facts. They putting all kind of frequencies in that shit. They got motherfuckers. I'm going to tell you something about music. They can possess you to music. They can send frequencies through it that distort your brain, like the strobe light and the lights and the frequencies in the music. You could be sitting down and music playing, and you ain't trying to pay no attention to it. But all of a sudden, you notice you tapping your feet. Unconsciously. They already casting spells. They already manipulating the mind. You be tapping your feet and don't even know you tapping it. Like this is crazy shit that they do, man. But this shit goes for days, man. They get evil beyond y'all imagination, and what they're doing now is beyond. Oh my God. That's why I said I really want to get with y'all with this Illuminati thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to my stutter because that shit got to be cold, man. I don't care who don't believe it.
You know the part that really got me caught up on is I had a podcast with one of your relatives, right? And we was listening to, I'm pretty sure you know about the R. Kelly trial, right?
Yeah.
And we was listening to his music, and I'm like, don't get caught up in the music because the music is a spell, and this is why I try to tell my audience, don't get caught up and get caught up with the music because it's witchcraft. It's a spell.
Yeah, they do that. They got the studio. They have studios with they got all these big 5-pointed stars printed up in the ceilings of them. Look, a lot of the music that y'all getting now, they go through certain phases. They go through phases where they're casting spells over them. Deep spells. That's why some people say they listen to the music made them do it. They weren't lying. Music casting spells. This is why they come out with the subwoofer, because they learn how to do what is called walk-ins. That subwoofer give you this sound. Doop, doop. Feel me? They know that they can open vortex like that, and negative entities can walk right through them and be right in your home. And you listen to music. I got one in here now. You know what I'm saying? That I'm going to get rid of. But they took the natural tones of music out. They speeded it up Because they speeding up time and they messing with your minds with them frequencies. That's why everything is like digital now. You know what I mean? Ain't no more whole lot of analog. You playing natural instruments. Then they took the drum out, you got artificial beats. All this shit is artificial music.
Right.
Because they're not real instruments. It's digital instruments. They breaking y'all rhythm. They breaking the rhythm. Earth 25 bands, like all that. They can't even do that thing like it used to be no more because they like wipe that style of music out because it kept you grounded. You kept you in tone. Do you know that music, that old school music that you grew up on, it rejuvenates you. It keeps you youthful, your body and all. Listen to it, because it will rejuvenate you, DNA within you, and keep you younger. This music that y'all listen to now tears down your body and your mind and your soul and your spirit. All these frequencies they have in it, and the damn subwoofers that's creating those walk-ins with motherfucking demonic forces walking in y'all cribs all day long. You know? The beast ain't no joke, man. They got a computer that's over a block long, son. It's called Beelzebub. Over a block long. It has everyone breathing information in it. Now you can see they can take a chip with an ant can carry in his mouth that you could barely see and put millions of bytes of information on it. So imagine a computer a block long. And you got millions of tiny, tiny, tiny chips with trillions of people's information on them. They have it. That's why you can go to the computer and you can type in anything and it's going to come back with something for you because the computer is really like the mind of Satan, the mind of the beast. You can go to it for anything. IBM is the word Iblis, is the word for Satan. The first computer that they made that you could bring your house was called the Adam's computer. You understand? Adam being the first man, first computer you can bring your home is Adam computer.
Right.
But all this is going on, man. And it's so sad. This is old ass information. I'm talking. This shit is old information. The information now is so advanced. It breaks my heart that people just don't know how far they set us back. Because, you know, you got white people catching up to you with rhythm. Y'all should be leaving out of your bodies now. They got rhythm. They dancing like you, singing like you, making music like you. They catching up to your asses. They had no rhythm at all at one time. Look at them now. And look at us. We ain't even bopping no more. We ain't even walking with rhythm no more. Taking your soul right out of you. And the devil, he can't touch your soul. He has to weaken it. If he was to try to touch it, your soul would literally burn him. So how he can get it? He weakens it through drugs, liquor, worldly things, all this sex and all that. And it'll weaken your soul, and he can literally touch it and take it. You know, there's a little fire that burns in you. That's why they say when niggas get together, they draw heat. There is a little fire that burns in you. The solar plex is the solar system within you. These beasts know that shit, man. They know that there's a light that burns within you. Spiritual light. They know all that. Right. They know the mind is not tangible. You can't touch it. It's one thing you can't touch. It's connected with the spiritual realm. But if you spin around, you tangle up your ether cord and get dizzy. They know this shit. We don't know it.
Right.
Because they're in contact with the Leviathan. They're in contact with the Luciferians, who are what y'all call the 200 fallen angels, the beings from other realms that come here to destroy you. They are in contact with them. The Illuminati is just a small sect of what's real with these motherfuckers, with the Luciferians. And they're the real deal. They are the forces, negative demonic forces. But I got to get off now. You got me. I gotta get my finish cleaned up and go get this sage, man.
I appreciate it, Unc.
No problem. I love you, man.
Love you too.
We'll get back shortly.
No doubt.
Okay?
No doubt. I appreciate it.
All day.
Atum-Re.
Atum-Re.
Yes, sir. I will call you Atum-Re from now on. I got you.
Okay.
I love you and
All
I
right, baby.
appreciate your time, man.
No problem.
All
We'll
right,
do this
brother.
again very soon.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings.
All right, baby.
All right,
Peace and
brother.
blessings.
Mm-hmm.